Welcome to the Missing Persons Report, a live interview show where we shine a light on missing persons cases and bring hope to families searching for their loved ones. Join us as we talk with family members, investigators, and experts to increase public awareness for these important cases. Let's bring these people home to their families. And you can be a part of that effort by following, subscribing, donating, supporting us on Patreon, and by sharing our videos. Sharing is a big one. You never know when one of your friends or followers might know someone or have seen something that could help bring a missing person home. All the links you need can be found right in the description. Thanks for watching. And thank you for joining us. Today we are here to talk about Kalynn Smith. She's been missing now since February 13th, 2023 from the Covington, Kentucky area. And we are here with her mom, Karen Maloney. And we are going to hear a little bit from Karen, some updated information, some different pictures. Hopefully somebody out there, this will jog their memory, or they will know something and be able to help bring Kalynn home to her family and to her daughter. So Karen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I wish that we were talking about something a little more positive, but we also hope that this will help you get some of the help that you need to get Kalynn home. So I wanted to. So again, her name is Kalynn Smith, and you corrected me. She's missing from the Covington, Kentucky area. Although, if anything in the show tonight jogs your memory, you can still get a hold of Gallatin County Sheriff's Department, and the number is right there across the bottom, so that you can, if you see something, you can call. But you can also, I would assume, get a hold of Kentucky State Police or Covington PD as well. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Now, one of the first things in February 13th, that's the correct date. But although you said you spoke with her, but you didn't see her, can you tell us a little bit about that last conversation so that we can get an idea of maybe the state that she was in, her location, and that type of thing?
Yes. Now, when Kalynn called me on February 13th, she said that she was at the Life Learning Center in Covington, which I did find out later to be a lie, um, because I've been in touch with a couple of people at the Life Learning Center. But anyway, her state of mind that day, she was having a psychotic episode that day. She was screaming and crying and yelling and blaming the world for her problems, and just she couldn't get it together. She was supposedly on her way to Owensboro to a rehab facility. Kalynn has been known in the past to try meth, marijuana, alcohol. She got into some trouble with the law, and they were telling her that she had to go to this uh, house down in Owensboro, rehab place. Um, from that point on, she told me, "Okay, my ride's here. I got to go. I'll call you when I get there." Oh, I'm sorry, it was Owen 10 where she was supposed to be going. My apologies. Um, so she never did call. She never did call. It was a couple weeks later, probably about 3 weeks later, when I decided to file the missing persons report, because this is not like Kalynn. She's never gone this long without calling me. I think 14 days is the longest in our lifetime that she's ever gone without speaking to me. And especially because I have her daughter, she always would call to make sure that her daughter was okay. So at this point, I don't know.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
That was something that alarmed me too, that she had a daughter, and usually that motivates someone to come around. So I'm sorry, go ahead. That I just wanted to remark on that.
That's okay. Um, from that point, we did get confirmation that you have to pardon me because I can't think of dates and I don't have them sitting in front of me, but it was about a week ago. Um, Lexington police called me and they were able to confirm that Kalynn had been at the Salvation Army homeless shelter in Lexington. So he assured me that they knew that she was in their town and they were actively looking for her. But that is the last sighting or last report that we have on her.
And what was that date again?
I can't remember. It was about give me just a second. I have somebody who's going to look it up. Because it was about a week ago.
Okay, so about a week ago, she was seen safe in Lexington
In Lexington.
at a homeless shelter.
Correct.
Okay, so that's another reason for everybody to share this as they're seeing it over the next few days, because we never know who we're connected to that might know something. And I want to interject, hold the timeline, but I think this is a good time for me to show some of the pictures that you sent me. So this is what's in the news, right? This is what they have on, but that's from her driver's license, and
It's
it doesn't really represent her all that well, right? From what you were saying.
it kind of does.
Okay.
Only her hair's a little bit longer. But some days you might see her like this, where she does nothing with her hair.
Okay.
And then other times you will see her as in the other pictures that I showed you.
Okay. And that was something. So this is her and your granddaughter, so her daughter, right? So and I want to mention too, before we go through these pictures, you mentioned all of these pictures are within the last year and a half. So you'll see a very big difference. She can really do her makeup and hair different, and there's a very different appearance. So we all want to be aware of that. And she looks, even this picture and the other pictures, she looks a lot younger in the other pictures too. So that's something for people to be aware of.
Right, right.
And then this was one that you shared, I think, on Facebook. Is this the most recent, you would say?
That is the most recent, because what I don't think people understand is I haven't seen my daughter face to face in about 7 months.
Okay.
Because she could no longer stay under the same roof as us per CPS because of her violent nature when she does go into her psychotic episodes.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
she is not medicated. She refuses medication. So you don't ever know when she's going to go into one of these psychotic episodes, because it's like the turn of a dime. One second she's fine, she's talking to you, and the next minute she is screaming at you or saying that people are chasing her. I don't think I would survive 5 minutes in my daughter's head, and that scares me.
Yeah, that sounds scary. What you mentioned that she was seen at a homeless shelter. I'm assuming, of course, that right away the police followed up with the homeless shelter. Is there an ID or anything like that they have on record for her, or were they able to identify that was definitely her?
He said that he did not see. I'm not sure if they showed him on video. All he would say is, I ID'd her and your daughter was alive 3 days ago. That was on March 9th.
Okay.
He said, other than that, I don't have a lot to tell you. I don't know what she was wearing when she left, who she left with. All they know is that she was at that shelter that day.
And that was going to be one of the next questions I had was, do you think, and as far as you know, and as far as you think, is she alone, or is she with a companion, or someone led her astray, or is she just struggling with some mental health issues right now?
She's very much struggling with mental health issues. I cannot confirm that she was with anyone because I don't know. And I don't know who she knows in Lexington. So I don't know why she would have gone to Lexington.
Oh, okay.
So my guess is Kalynn's been known to find a person, normally a guy, and hang out with him for 2 or 3 days until it no longer works for them, and then go up on her way.
All right.
So she does have a history of that, which also is very concerning for her. To me, about her because she just doesn't know a stranger. And she is very, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. Open-hearted and trusting. She's way too trusting of people. So that's my concern, is that she met up with some guy. He took her away from the homeless shelter, and well, you know where a parent's mind goes from there. I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking.
Oh, it just occurred to me you may not have heard a word I just said.
I
Is that
didn't.
Oh, okay, great. So now I know if I'm out of there, I'm not speaking. What I was saying is, um, if anybody is out there watching and they need to keep in mind of all the different looks that she has, but if she's in a homeless situation, then she may be going with the bare minimum, and this may be a more accurate depiction of what she's going through right now, is what I was saying. um, but again, this one here is the most recent that you have, as far as you know. Is her hair green in that? Is that green?
It's no, all of that is cut off. So
Okay.
that's the most recent picture that I have. But her ID picture is the most recent picture that I know of for her.
Oh,
But like
okay.
I said,
So,
so she cut off all the colored hair that she had, and it was that short, but it's now probably almost to the tops of her shoulders.
okay. And then you mentioned it's in Lexington. Do you have an address or a general area for the homeless shelter, that way if someone's watching and they're in that area, they can be on the lookout for her?
Okay, I do. It is 736 West Main Street in Lexington, Kentucky, and it's the
Okay.
Salvation Army Homeless Shelter.
Okay, the Army Homeless Shelter in Lexington, Kentucky is the last known, and that's not your visual, but the police officer's visual of video, right?
Correct.
All right, and we have some of your family and friends sending you some support.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have a
sure.
lot of really good people in my life,
I
and
did see that from the comments, even that they were posting on the news story and things like that. You can tell she's well loved, and as Carol is, we're all praying that she's found soon. Um, if you now, let me ask you this. I guess if you uh, can you still hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay, good. I didn't want to do that again. If she's watching, or if somebody who maybe is with her is watching, what do you want to say to them?
Just call. Just call and tell me that you're okay. I'm okay if you don't want to come home. If you're, that's why I have your daughter, baby, so that you can get yourself well. And if it's that you don't want to be in contact, okay, I will have to accept that. But please call or have somebody call to let us know that you're alive and that you're okay and that you're eating and that you're taking care of yourself. Okay? Because that I can handle. But the not knowing, The not knowing, it's killing me. I need to know that my baby's okay, and I don't know that. So please, baby, if you're watching, Kalynn, call your mama, call your daughter, call your brother, call anybody, and just tell us, hey, I'm okay, but I don't want to come home right now. And I will accept that. And I won't hound you. But not knowing where you're at, oh, we're gonna search until we find you. Know that, please. Okay? I love you so much. I just want you to come home.
I can certainly understand that desire, and we all pray the same, hope and pray the same thing.
I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, if she doesn't want to come home, at least let her. As a parent myself, I can only imagine. But if so, here's the plea that I have to everyone who's watching this, especially if you're in the Kentucky area, the surrounding states. You don't know, if she's even still in Kentucky. We think so, but it doesn't hurt to share this. In today's social media world, we're all so connected to people all over the globe, especially all over the country, that you look at the average person as a few hundred friends on their Facebook. Share this so that people are getting their eyeballs on it. They hear the story, they hear Karen's plea, and they maybe know somebody or have seen something that at least get a message then to Kalynn to give Karen a call so that everybody knows that she's okay. Because it looks like, her daughter is old enough to know that something's going on, right? So she's worried about her mom.
Yeah, I just keep telling her that mommy's at the doctor because her head doesn't feel good.
Oh,
But she knows there's something more going on, but I'm not. I'm just not going to discuss it with her.
Right. No, that makes sense. You
right. I just don't know what else to do with her except for, to just, and I've been telling her that for a little while. Mommy can't come around because mommy's trying to get better because she has some things that are going on up in her head, not her body, but in her head. So she has, she does have a little bit of an understanding that, something is not right with mommy.
Right. Well, I'm going to run through these pictures. This, as you said, this is the most current picture. So this may be the best representation, although as we can all see, she definitely is capable of a total transformation with some hair and makeup. And so, and there's her little daughter and your granddaughter. So let's bring Kalynn home. So if anybody sees this, share it. If anybody sees this, her out or knows anything or has overheard anything, the number is going across the bottom of the screen right now. And again, that's Gallatin County Sheriff's Department. And there's a couple phone numbers there. Although, as we mentioned, she's missing from the Covington, Kentucky area. But then last seen about 9 days ago, I guess, in Lexington, Kentucky. So around you said the Main Street area at the Salvation Army. So keeping all these things in mind, share this video, get the word out. Let's help bring Kalynn home. Karen, again, I do thank you for joining us today. I hope that this helps. I hope that she sees this, or somebody that knows her sees this, and they reach out to you sooner rather than later. But the ultimate prayer is that she comes home and that she, you all can be a happy family again. But at least knowing is important. So
yes, it is. And I thank you so very much for your time and helping us trying to find my daughter and helping us to try to bring her home. Thank you so much.
Sure. And please, if you get any updates, you know how to get a hold of us now. If you want to, if you don't hear anything and you want to make another plea, or you get a good update you want to talk about, or just let us know that, because this, I can tell, is going to be a tough journey for me as well. Just hearing all these different stories and having 4 kids of my own. Yeah. So, Well, Karen, we do thank you, and we hope that Kalynn comes home soon.
Thank you so much.
You have a great day. Try to have the best day that you can.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you. All right, so I'm going to run through this one more time. That was Karen Maloney, the mother of Kalynn Smith, and she's missing from the Covington, Kentucky area. And she was last seen or talked to by her mother on February 13th, but she was actually last eyes were laid on her. There's video of her at a homeless shelter in Lexington, Kentucky, just about a week or so ago. So if you're anywhere in Kentucky or surrounding states and you see this, definitely share this video. And this picture that we have up is probably the most recent depiction of her. This is from her driver's license, and it's one of the most recent, although her hair may be a little longer now, but this is a good indicator of what currently. So if you know anything, definitely don't contact us first. Please contact the police department, Covington PD or Gallatin PD or Kentucky State Police, or just call 911. If you have any information, you've seen anything, you've overheard anything, don't think, well, it's too small, it's insignificant, it doesn't matter. That might be the small item, the small information, the small detail that helps to reunite Kalynn with her family. So we thank you for joining us. We have a bunch of links there in the description of the video, and one of those links is our sponsor, Neural Balance. You can check them out at calmfocussleep.com. Thank you for joining us.